Hi everyone, just a quick video here. This is a continuation of the last video I made, which was about the Irish Veterinary Council, and it was about euthanasia. In their own book, the Professional Code of Conduct, it is chapter 3, page 25, they spoke about euthanasia. They spoke about it must be humane, it must minimise pain, distress and relieve an animal or put an animal out of its suffering. And this goes against everything that heart-stick intracardiac euthanasia is and stands for. So just a continuation on from that, and I just want to read out the Irish Veterinary Practitioner's Oath. I solemnly and sincerely declare that I will, to the best of my ability, uphold the honour, dignity and integrity of the veterinary profession, that I will promote the welfare of animals entrusted to my care, and that I will abide by the rulings of the Veterinary Council. So that's worth noting. Next, I just want to say that on the same book, and I'll just give you a look at this just in case you're wondering about this book. Here it is. It is the Code of Professional Conduct for Veterinary Practitioners. And as I said, if you want to get a copy, just email the Veterinary Council of Ireland and ask them to send you out a copy of this book. Now, again, in chapter 3, page, I think it's 23, it is 23, they speak about anesthesia. And this is very important to note as well for heart-stick euthanasia on fully conscious animals. They say anesthesia should be administered to animals undergoing any procedures that are likely to cause pain. Now, heart-stick most definitely causes pain, excruciating pain. So here we go. They're saying this themselves in their own book, but they're not following this. Now, another thing I just want to read out to you is euthanasia is the act of veterinary medicine under section 53 of the Veterinary Practice Act 2005. It must be carried out humanely. Again, there we go. So, why is heart-stick intracardiac euthanasia being carried out in Ireland on fully conscious animals? Also, Animal Welfare Act 2013, section 17(1)(a). A person shall not, except in accordance with animal health and welfare regulations, perform an operation or procedure with or without the use of instruments involving interference with the sensitive tissue or bone structure of an animal without the use of appropriate anaesthetic. So, there we go, lads. It's all there. Everything is there. The acts are there. They have their own book. They have their own professional code of conduct. And I mean, to read it all, it sounds fantastic, doesn't it? It sounds so rosy in the garden, and that no animal will ever suffer any pain with all this legislation, acts, books, codes of conduct. But the reality, the sad, sad reality is animals are, because these acts and these codes, they're not being followed. They're not being followed, and we're having heart-stick intracardiac euthanasia on fully conscious animals here in Ireland, and it has to stop. It just has to stop. And why is it happening? It's happening because there's no accountability, okay? If a vet performs this, nothing happens to them. Like with our case with Lexi, the vet in question who performed the intracardiac heart-stick on Lexi fully conscious, nothing happened. Nothing, no discipline, not even, we'll say, re-education in euthanasia. Nothing, not a thing. And this isn't good enough. So we need change. I mean, if you're going to make this legislation and you're going to make these this book with your own, code of professional conduct for your vets, you have to follow it through. It's like, making a book for the rules of the road, but nobody follows it. What's the point, So we have the legislation here. We have the acts. We have their book with the professional codes of conduct. And all we need now is, number one, accountability, but number two, enforcement. We need this to be enforced. And until it is enforced, we're going to have animals up and down the country, cats, dogs, horses, cows, you name it, foxes, being euthanized by heart-stick fully conscious. So we need change. We want it to stop. This is a call out again to the Irish Veterinary Council of Ireland. Do something, do something. You're supposed to represent the people like us, people like me. Yes, you represent the vets, but you also represent people like us, because without people like us with animals, you wouldn't need vets, okay? So somebody has to listen to us, and somebody has to represent us, and somebody has to represent the animals because they have no voice. So we have to be the voice for them. And we just don't want this suffering to continue. It just needs to stop. We have to come on par with other countries. Like in America, as I said, it's illegal in most states in America. It's illegal to do heart-stick on a fully conscious animal. And as we've also said previously, there was a vet in Scotland who got struck off. Now, I really think we're lagging. We're lagging so far behind. It's embarrassing now. It really is embarrassing. So I think this kind of facade of, everything's, hunky-dory here in Ireland, it's not. We need to, get with reality. this needs to stop. So if you could just, with this video, people, please like it, share it, get it around to all your friends, particularly your animal loving friends. Share it on any animal loving groups that you're on. Let me see, you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel, Marion O'Riordan. Just hit the button and there's a bell there and you'll be notified of any future videos. There will be more videos because there's a lot to talk about in this subject, and we're going to keep talking about it until we get change. And I know people will just love if I would just be quiet and go away, but that's not the case, because I have the love in my heart for my dog Lexi. I will never in my life forget what she went through, and everything that I'm doing is for Lexi and for all the other animals like Lexi, and so that nobody else, no other animal or no other family has to go through what we went through, because it's been a living hell. And thank you. There'll be more videos. I'll keep you posted, and that's it for today. Thanks very much and have a lovely day. Bye.